The sector is now up 23% this year, outperforming the major averages. And my next guest says this is still where the big money is to be made, especially names in the highest growth areas. Joining me now is Sung Cho, portfolio manager at Goldman Sachs Asset Management, and he's co-portfolio manager of the Goldman Future Tech Leaders Equity ETF, which recently launched. It's great to have you here, Sung. Welcome. One of your names is somewhat more familiar, Marvell. A couple of the others are, one's a Hong Kong name, another D-local. You'll have to just tell me all about these companies. Latin America, I think that is. So let's start with the more familiar name, Marvell. Huge opportunity there. What are you guys seeing at a time when there's, massive debate about what's going on in the chip sector right now?
So Marvell is the largest position that we have in the G-Tech ETF. Under the strong leadership of Matt Murphy, its CEO, it's executed one of the best turnarounds that I've seen in the 15 plus years I've been covering the sector. We're excited about it because it's transitioning from a value company to being one of the fastest growing semiconductors over the next 5 years. And the reason being is because we think they're going to be taking a lot of share inside of the cloud. And so there's a change in the industry where there's going to customize silicon. And we think Marvell has all the tools and the pieces to be able to take a lot of share within the cloud.
Wow.
The two other names that you mentioned, the names that you weren't as familiar with, one is Weimob, which is a leading SaaS company in China. Mm-hmm. It's historically relied a lot on the WeChat platform, but privacy changes are actually allowing them to diversify their business, win new customers, and we're very bullish on the forward fundamentals. This is also an industry that we think China is actually going to support, right? So I think there's a lot of fears in the market about what's going to happen to China cyclically and from a regulatory perspective. But software is going to be one of the areas we think they're going to be able to support. And so we're very bullish on Weimob's fundamentals. And then the last one is D-Local. Yep,
exactly. And I want to say it because I'm going to enjoy this. This is, if I'm reading notes correctly, an innovative payments company based out of Uruguay, which itself is such a great reason to have you on and talk about a company we'd never otherwise talk about. Before we get into the nitty gritty on that, though, I just want to back up for a second. When we're in the middle of this massive market kind of debate where people go, you might have bond yields rising. You seem to have growth maybe in Amazon and some other core platforms slowing. Do you have any big picture concerns about the performance of a fund like yours over the next 6 to 12 months?
So certainly the biggest concern right now in the marketplace is inflation and the direction of interest rates, right? And so in the short run, there's no doubt that a rise in interest rates would be a headwind to the tech sector. But over any reasonable duration, as long as fundamentals stay healthy and the rate move is not too fast or too extreme, we're not overly concerned.